Before we get started, here's a quick background on Moonchild Sanelly. She is a trailblazing South African artist celebrated for her signature style, future ghetto funk, and fearless creativity. Born in Port Elizabeth, she grew up immersed in music, dance, and poetry, later blending South African genres with pop, hip-hop, and electronic influences. Known for her bold lyricism and advocacy for female empowerment, her upcoming release, Full Moon, out January 10th, showcases her versatility with introspective yet high-energy tracks like Scrambled Eggs and Sweet and Savage. With a career defined by innovation and resilience, 2025 is poised to be her most exciting year yet.
Tequila cause my words are swords. I don't drink no tequila cause my memory goes. I fuck with tequila cause it kills my joy. I don't want no tequila, I just want my boy.
Hey everyone, I'm Mackayla, and today on the Soundtrack of Our Lives podcast, we welcome Moonchild Sanelly.
Hi, Mackayla.
Hi. So you have a new album, Full Moon, coming out on January 10th. How exciting!
That's super exciting because it's just like so many, I feel like it's just beautiful how there's some vulnerability within the pussy empowerment in this project. So I'm super excited about it. I've listened to it I finished it last year. So obviously listening to the whole thing. And then the whole year this year, I've listened to it. So I'm just ready. I'm ready for it to be outside.
Yeah, I'm excited for the world to hear it. I think everyone is going to love it.
Thank you. It gets so stressful when you listen to the time, but I feel like because during this year's tour, we were able to perform the singles and also play some songs that weren't dropped as singles yet that are in the album, but we only get to play them live. Mm-hmm. So the response already, like when Boobims are asking, like when is this one dropping? When is this one dropping? Because they know the songs from just being at the different festivals that we're playing at. So that's super exciting. So the reception's definitely been wild. When I do a song for the first time and when I just do the live ones, it's just been crazy. So I'm super excited about it. And yeah, Full Moon.
Yeah, you've played a lot of shows and festivals this year. Do you have any ones that really stand out as super memorable moments?
A lot that I'd say, oh my God, Green Man and Shambhala and Glasgow, having done so many shows, like I was just like, what did I get myself into? But we conquered. And Homo Block was nice. With like everyone knew every song. It was crazy. Yeah, it was this year was crazy. Just good. And the London show we did at Colors was wild. Yeah, it was just wild. It was crazy. I loved it.
Sounds like you had quite the year.
Absolutely. That's the album to drop so we can get into these singles, all the songs. It's going to be, I'm super excited about even like next year's touring because now with the music out, now it's even like curating the set, including that music. So that's super exciting. I can't wait.
So you put out 5 songs from the album. Why did you choose those ones in particular to put out as singles?
To be honest, I made the music and the team did the rest. So it's like, with obviously we approve stuff in this cassette, but with it, like I like how I do my art my way. They also created what they do with regards to like, okay, I think this is gonna work, So I trust to make the right decisions and stuff. But I'm definitely in the chats as that's happening. But my biggest role is to make that the music and no one can enter that chat and let the ones that are best at what they do what they do.
Yeah, I think it's always important to bring on people who are really good at what you're not good at.
Yes. So that's how it happens. So shout out to my team. With that, yeah. So I didn't necessarily think about it. It was all the advice from the people in the team that have this expertise. Look it up in the space they're in for the bigger picture. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful, that trust with just your art, And yeah, and it being understood, especially when you've like literally taken years for even just it being understood and all that jazz. I mean, I guess it's part and parcel of pioneering something. But when you get people that get it, that shit is fire. Because now when you get to realize you're not alone,
Yeah.
and then focus on just doing your art. It's just
You got to have people who understand you surrounding you. It's very important.
I call them the home of the free, as a label because it's just like rock and it's beautiful.
I love that. I'm glad you're surrounded by people who see your vision.
Absolutely, and beyond. I definitely am grateful for those motherfuckers.
So, in addition to all of those shows and stuff, you also put out 4 music videos this year. What was it like filming those? Did you have favorite ones to film?
They were fun because they were so different with the different directors. So Scrambled Eggs was a movie because we had like this huge. I was just like, uh, it was over 2 days, and it was just epic. Like the preparation for it, the team that was involved, the vision, and everything was just amazing. And Big Booty was fun because of that shaking. But my next favorite was let's see my dance Scrambled Eggs, Big Booty. The last one, Tequila. Because the tequila one now was like it also included my boo beams. Literally, like my entire team is cast and my boo beams. So it was beautiful because it's just like almost like a thank you for a great year and stuff and just being all together. So see you next year. So it was beautiful because even them being fine with participating is just special. So tequila was special because it was more like a summary of my year, the people involved, the team, and my fans.
That's so fun.
So that was really, really nice.
Yeah, speaking of fans, do you have any particular favorite memories or moments from this year with your fans?
Yes, is this one? I think it was Green Man or Shambhala. And there was a boo beam. We had like a moon mop on top of her blonde hair, but that's so it slid a little bit, but she just like put it on. She's singing. She's even captured on camera singing the songs that aren't released yet. It was
Oh, wow.
so special. And another moment. I remember another moment. I think this is definitely Shambhala Agreement. I don't know because Shambhala Agreement were these moments where when I don't but like it would be like this electricity that just starts when I'm halfway through the set and this energy that just goes boom. And it would look like a glitch that's happening with like it's like almost going loading more energy. It was energy from the response from the audience. It was just crazy. And I remember even like one of our guys in the team, he was watching from the back and he wasn't working that weekend. He was just there for the festival.
Hmm.
And he's, did you feel that? I'm like, yo, I didn't even know how to describe it because it's just like it was like this glitch, like a movie, but it's happening live. I'm not dizzy anything. And then the energy from then onwards, every show, like the energy is going like this. It's almost like you feel the spirit of something about to happen as it's
Hmm.
happening. It's just trippy. Yes, yes, yeah. So I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, there's nothing quite like the energy at a live show.
Absolutely not. Literally, like it's just something else. It's a drug of its own. Like it's just we're just exchanging energy. Like I'm giving, I'm getting, you're giving, you're getting. It's just beautiful.
Do you have any pre or post show rituals?
I like having a joint before I go on. I usually just chill. I don't talk much before I go on because I just need to. But I don't need much. I can just jump on. But I like having weed
Hmm.
with me. I mean, there's territories where it's not allowed, so it's not something that compromises anything really. I just like doing it because then, for instance, if I'm in Dubai, I know I can't smoke, but I need to deliver a show. So it's I like when it's like okay, no, I'm not smoking this week, I guess, because I'm not even trying to look for nothing. Because in the UK,
Hmm.
I've always got weed anyway. So but I like having a joint just before I go on.
Yeah.
Like maybe 20 minutes before going on, something like that. And then I chill. Like I just chill out. Then I go poof. I get nervous. 2 seconds before they say my name, I get nervous. And then when I open my mouth, I'm fine.
I feel like there's always that minute of like, wait, what's going on? The minute of panic.
Yeah, I promise you every time. And then I know I'll even talk to my bladder on some, don't lie to me. because I'm gonna go then and there's absolutely nothing in my bladder, but you're making me feel like I want to pee. So I'll talk to it and then I'll just be like, I'm holding it in because I'll pee like 10 minutes before that. It's just, it translates in my bladder, the nerves. And like, no, that's fathom piss. There's nothing in there. So then I go for it. Then guess what? No piss. An hour later.
Yeah. I find that's a really common thing because people are always afraid of like, oh my gosh, I don't know when the next time I'm going to be able to go to the bathroom is. So you got to go when you know that you have the opportunity.
That's the thing, because also with my costume, now I've got a fishnet, now I've got a corset, now I've got a leotard. Oh my goodness. So I don't have the luxury of going 5 times. I have to go when I know it's like, okay, 15 minutes before time. There's no way I'm going to need to pee before that. And then obviously I feel like I want to, but I know I don't. And then when I'm wearing something that's easy to take off, for instance, if I wear a skirt or a dress, then I don't want to pee at all because I know it's easy. So I feel like subconsciously, obviously, I know that when I know it's easy to take it off, then it's not a problem at all. It doesn't even happen. But when I know, once I register that, oh, snap, let's get it, then it hits different. So I'll lie to it. Maybe sometimes I'll have to give the energy of wearing a skirt so that I confuse my bladder.
I like that. That's a smart idea to confuse yourself.
You know, when I work, I'm going to do it this coming tour.
Yeah, that's a smart idea.
Absolutely.
How do you pick your stage outfits? Because they're amazing and I love them.
Thank you. I make most of them. 90% I make for me and whoever I'm performing with, Ash, for instance. So I get a lot of fabric and then I just make costumes and I design and make them. Because I'm a designer, that's what I studied in varsity. So I get to do it. I mean, I've always done it. It's just that now I never do clients because I'm never here. So I guess I only design for me and Ash, literally, because it's and also it's like I'm the one, like I'm good with my body because it's something as simple as a leotard. It's so, I feel like it gets tricky. Like working with having so many different people, how it sits because I've got the my ass. So and I make a leotard in like 10 minutes max. Like I literally go zh, you know, probably the quickest person I know. And so I don't even, there's no point in bothering because I'm fussy about the fit. It needs to fit, you know, like a glove. So because it's easy for me to do those, it's easy for me to do the costumes. I think I've never necessarily been into mass producing veil. I've always been into doing one piece for clients and stuff. Mass production and I've been, so I guess I still live that because now I have to constantly be making costumes. So I still get to, yeah. So only when I don't know, and one day I feel like the most realistic one is if I do a collaboration where there's a designer. That's where you're gonna see. I feel like that client to client situation is not a reality with how it's set up. So mass production is obviously the way. I mean, with room of doing capsule ranges where it's not mass, but it's, yeah. So there's so many different things to do, but right now I'm focused on full moon. Let's get it. Let's just make the world shake.
Do you have any costume designs planned for full moon?
No, not yet. I pretty much make stuff almost every day. So I think we're going to probably get fabrics and then I'll decide on the designs after. So we'll just get fabrics. We know which ones we use, especially with summer and how you move on stage. Obviously, you always need something. So yeah, so that vibe. We're going to do, I don't know yet. It just happens. It just happens. It's like I do it so much. I've been doing it for so many years that it's not a deep. It's never deep because I know what I need to be of function. For instance, I've never had a malfunction with a leotard because I know how I make them. There's no excess like that. It sits exactly how I wanted it to sit because I know my body, and so that control already is something, you know, where I can be on edge, but I know I've got parameters that protect. For instance, when I've got the leotard with the band, it's actually functional, even though it looks sexy, but it's also functional. So that's why I play, knowing how we move, how I jump around, how I twerk, and all that jazz. You'll never see me flash because I've got that control, which is, yeah, that people think to have.
And functionality is also very important.
Absolutely. So that's the thing. I don't necessarily just have like embellishments for the sake of. I usually have stuff that looks super fly, but I know because I love patterns, I know what it's for. So that band will hold it for never going into my vagina. That gives me opportunity to make it thin AF in the front,
Mhm.
and I know I'm not flashing at all. And so that's protection more than anything, but it gives me James Bond bitch vibes as well. So we just rock. So it's that's I think that's the art of me making the costume. So it's one thing. It's just I'm very fussy even with the fabric. It needs to be the right fabric because songs it can't cut my ass. Like all those things. So it's so much easier when I do it myself because I've got more insight and because I can.
Yeah. If you could collaborate with any designer, who would you want to collaborate with?
Vivian Westwood.
I love it.
Yeah.
So I have a question. So when you're making your designs, does the fashion influence your music, or is your music influencing the fashion, or is it a bit of both?
It's a bit of both because I say I either express in a song, it's different mediums of expression. So I
Mhm.
express in a song or on fabric or I express on canvas. But it's all forms of expression. So I feel like they all connect because they come from the same voice.
That's really cool.
So I guess it's just the difference from the same voice, yeah. So they actually connect because when you hear my music, you see my fashion, it makes sense, or vice versa, it makes sense. Yeah. So I feel like it's the privilege of having been able to create whatever I have in my head without anyone like appointing people to style me, create an image and things like that. It's just
Hmm.
it was always in my expression, able and the ability to see it in my head and bring it to life. So that's definitely been a big privilege with regards to carving my, even just like as a brand without even knowing the thing about branding. But there's a consistency in just the fact that, I will serve fashion, I will serve, I'm here, I will serve. So
Hmm.
that is something that was very easy because I saw a lot of people, when they're not paid yet in the industry, but they want to have a signature. And then there's relationships that are broken because now they can't budget anymore. They don't have the budget, but they want this thing. And that's when I was like, this motherfucker is a privilege because I've never had to think about that.
Right.
And then it's like, oh, wow, that's wild. I like it. So, yeah.
I love that. I think it's kind of, you can't really have your fashion without your music, 'cause they're so intertwined at this point.
Literally. They're one person in different forms.
It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Talking a little bit about, kind of inspiration. What kind of inspired the album Full Moon?
Um, to be honest, I mean, there was no plan going into it besides who we knew we wanted to work with, which
Hmm.
was Johan. And I feel like I was open to whatever emotions were evoked when I heard the music, and I allowed myself to just write from that place. And I feel like also it was perfect because after intentionally deciding years ago that the moment I make money, I'm going to see a therapist because I won't die from my diary while I change the world and forget who I am.
Hmm.
And this is because I watched a lot of legends die alone, die from substances, die from problems, die because they didn't face them within all the hype now. It's like what your darkness is brought the same dark place it came from brings light to everyone else, but
Hmm.
because you're being celebrated you forget to go and heal and move from a different
Yeah.
space and touch from a different space. And so with this one I think it kind of showcases my 8 years with my therapist. It kind of showcases my having forgiven, I mean the ability to write from my father's point of view and giving him a voice where it's the man that takes accountability for not having been present as a father, whatever the reasons were, even the ability to, taking that accountability. And for me, I feel like I'm definitely like tight with my dad now because when I forgave what I expected of him to be as a father, I got to meet him as a person, and that nigga is funny. So, and we get along like homies, because I got to meet him as the person and not the father I wanted.
Hmm.
And that comes through in the because I feel like if I was so mad, I wouldn't be able to give them a voice because I'd be
Yeah.
still blaming. Another one, I feel like the last one, like Danam, not Danam. Oh, I used to be biggest cause is just like I talk about the abortions I did, the things, the decisions I made to just chase my dreams, the sacrifices I made to chase my dreams. And I feel like, I feel like the full moon is like everything. Because I finally had words instead of like brushing it under the carpet. But that was a choice and intention. So I let the music do its thing and I just wrote, literally.
What was it like working with Johan?
It's crazy. I loved working with him. It's wild, magical. I loved working with Johan. Like, we made some fire stuff together. Like, I loved working with Johan. He's a beast. He's a beast.
Sounds like it was a lot of fun to work with him.
Absolutely. I mean, that's where I learned fishing because every time I didn't find the words to a song I wanted to not move from, we'd go fishing. So we started fishing when we started the first leg of doing the album in Malawi and then even in Sweden. So it was super nice because in Malawi we're feeding the eagles and stuff. It was super nice. And I caught some.
Ooh, what did you catch?
So now like I caught some. I think one, could be two. I don't know, but it's on camera. I caught one and then we have to throw it in after they blow it up. I'm just like, I'm not doing that part, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And then they blow it up. Yeah, but the throwing, I did the throwing as well. But that was super cool. So it's super, yeah, it was, I feel like also because of maybe how Johan is as well, it felt safe being vulnerable as well. I could tap into it with ease without thinking, deep about it. So just go into it, just let it happen. So I let it happen.
It's good that you felt you were able to be vulnerable with him.
Yeah, because me, I'm a boss. I mean, it doesn't take away from my boss, but the fact that I was able to there, it's just like I loved it.
Yeah, I think being vulnerable is important. It doesn't take anything away from anything else.
No, literally, it's just that with a lot of the music, it's always liberation. But then this one, I feel like is inside to before the bad bitch comes out to liberate, behind the scenes, and things like that. And I feel like I didn't like even the abortions one and everything. It's just like I hope it starts more conversations, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just hope it starts more. I mean, a lot of the times the stuff I say making people feel some type of way anyway. And it is the truth and it's my story. Yeah. So just deal with it.
What advice would you give to young female artists starting their journey?
Everyone's taken, but keep playing around until you find your sound. But everyone's taken. So don't stop. There's no expiry date to your dreams. Keep making music and know being in studio is a privilege. And so therefore give it your all every time, knowing that your life can change now. So keep going and not everyone fucks their way into position. So if they name them, they're gonna name you to another young girl. So believe in your talent and your magic and fuck who you want and not because of your career.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Because it's the thing I learned with regards to a lot of the times, doing the commercial space in SA, I had to learn to say fuck you to a plate of dicks because they want a hit after knowing the song is already a hit. So I had to learn to maneuver, to not say fuck you directly, but just find a way to just know that I ain't getting shit, but I'm getting my songs. You gotta find ways. You don't have to fight, just find ways. And just get that damn song.
Yeah. Find a polite way to say it.
Yeah, polite way of saying fuck you, basically.
There is an importance to knowing how to say it politely because it does need to be said at times.
Yeah, definitely. Yo, motherfuckers try it. And I'm not the one. But I giggle and you'll think I'm not paying attention. And I read my room and then I know how to maneuver.
It's an important skill to learn.
Oh, it's crucial. It's crucial in the life as a vagina owner. It's crucial.
Yes.
Period. So you gotta learn that shit quick and know and move.
Mm-hmm. It's just like number one life skill that you should learn.
Yes, that's definitely, it should be the number one rule. And it should be amongst girls. Like how guys have the same script and they've never met. Like when they bullshit with the same script and they have never met. They don't know each other from above, but they've got each other's back. Like crazy. It's one of those things. It's just like, okay, let's go to the classes of how to politely say, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Curated by really, yeah, no, it's I mean, people can grow. I mean, yeah, it's experience. Sometimes people get broken from these things because no one really speaks about it. It's just like, you just gotta work harder.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to fucking things up, there's no sex that matters. You fuck things up as a person. So fuck shit up. Like there's no just fuck shit up. Period. Lean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I ask the last question today, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about or mention?
The fact that ever since I dropped tequila, everyone is just giving me tequila to a point I was even at a tequila party yesterday. How evil. But I managed to get Hennessy. So it's like it's prompted everyone to just have tequila when they see me, basically. Just like, guys, quit tequila. So that's just something I noticed. But also it's summertime, so it's either they offer you tequila or Jaeger anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But it just seems a little someone whispered to them on some and the way things are going. That I'm good.
So what do you want them to bring you instead of tequila?
Oh, absolutely no tequila. I mean, I'd have my Hennessy as a
Mm-hmm.
shot.
Yeah.
Part of the party, I'd have Hennessy as a shot. So yeah, no, I'm fine with it. It's just funny. I think it's also because I haven't been outside, so people are also excited to see me. And I've been going to because I took a break this. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing any work in SA this December. I'm just literally so it's gotten me more present and just go be able to support my fellow artists and stuff. So that's been pretty cool. So it's been very, 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 very fun December since I got back. And I've been outside and yeah, I've been enjoying it. But that's why today I'm just like, nah, I'm chilling. I'm chilling for now, no pressure. Unless it's like a dope event.
Yeah.
Then I'll go. But to go to the club is like, but I mean, today I know like everyday people, the guys are leaving tomorrow. And the party was on Sunday or Saturday. It was on Sunday. And so we did that. And we always had in general, but tonight I was like, probably see them in London because I got to do the everyday people in London. So it's fine. I'll catch them. Just, tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking a break. And it's just like, because it's like my spirit that doesn't feel like being outside. So I don't push it. I let it guide me. And therefore, I decided halfway through the day, I was like, never mind, I'm not doing it. And that was it.
Yeah. Gotta let it happen. Okay. So the last question is, what is the soundtrack of your life?
Soundtrack of my life would be a Brenda Fassie song. She's one of the South African icons. She's crazy. They used to call her the Township Madonna. And there's a song I sang also on the talent show. I think I was about like 7, 6, 7, I don't know. And it was in the Straight. I fully ruler. Like my story is straight, doesn't need your ruler. And who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? Get fuck out of my way. So definitely that song, because I feel like that's how I move in general. And some you say no, I go Google how to bomb the door and I come in.
It's a good attitude to have.
So absolutely. And the thing about it, in a lot of households, almost like me, but fortunately for me, there's social media, so kids get to find me anyway. In the conservative households, like in South Africa especially, I feel like that's what happens with them with the TV, because Brenda wasn't played by not a lot of kids were allowed to watch interviews. Like when she's on TV, they change it because she's too free, she's too boss. She's not an example of a girl who drinks beer. But I was in a household where I was just like, we could watch and stuff like that. I didn't even know until like later where you're like, not allowed, the fuck? Because I even had the girls that were twerking upside down who made the national anthem into a pop song, and the president even had to say it must be taken down. I loved them, and fortunately I got to meet them as well, because we were doing one show this year which was about the evolution of South African music, and so they got to speak. So it was like literally playing with people that were babysitters at home when you were a kid, because they've always been performing forever. So yeah, it will be Brenda Fassie in the street. So yeah, chill and just watch me.
So for all of our listeners who want to hear your new album when it comes out, where can they find you?
Moonchildsanelly.com. Also, if you want to come check me out on tour, moonchildsanelly.com. Oh, I said moonchildsanelly.com. I meant social media. Social media, Moonchild Sanelly. on all platforms. Moon Sanelly on Twitter, but moonchildsanelly.com for like more details and things like that, where you want to know where I'm at and the music. I mean, it's going to be at all platforms. And 10th of January is the day.
So exciting.
Super exciting.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a great day.
You too.